On the library's catalog, there are various tools you can use to help keep yourself organized while you're searching for items. In this video, I will demonstrate how to use these tools. Start by going to our website and going to the library catalog. Then search for an item. In this case, we'll search for Connie Willis, one of my favorite authors. And then once you've located an item you're interested in, pull up the listing for that item. On each item listing, you will find buttons on the right-hand side. You may already be familiar with the Place Hold button, but if not, please watch our video all about holds. It explains what a hold is, how you place one, and how it works. And I'll link that on this page. The next option I'd like to talk to you about is the Text This To Me button. Once you click this button, a box will pop up that lists all of the copies of it at the various branches. You check mark the books at the branches you're interested in. Then you select your mobile carrier or the company you get your cell phone service from. And then you enter in your phone number and click Text It To Me, and a text message will be sent to your phone so that you can access the author, title, and call number of the item directly from your phone, and you won't have to write down all that information on little slips of paper when you go to the shelves to look for the items. The next option is the Buy It Now. That is actually just a link to Amazon if you decide you want to buy the item instead of check it out from the library. There are more options under the Select an Action drop-down. If you select email, for example, put in your email address, and you can enter in a subject line as well. You will receive an email in your inbox with the full listing for the item that you can go back and reference later. Another really useful option on the drop-down is the Add to My List option. If you're not logged in or you haven't set up lists before, it will go to a temporary list just for this one session. To demonstrate how this works, I'm going to go back to Connie Willis's main page and add several items to my temporary list. Now that I've added some items to the list, I can access that list by clicking My Lists at the top of the page. And then all of the items you've found searching the catalog will be listed in one place. Another big advantage of using the list is that you can perform actions on multiple items at one time by check marking the items you want to do something with and then selecting an action. In this case, we'll say placing a hold. Then you only have to enter in your library card number and your PIN number one time to place all the holds. So if you know you want to place holds on multiple items, adding them to your list and doing it from there is a good time saver. You can also do other actions such as email to yourself in one step. So you select email from the Select an Action, and then you can type in your email address and a subject line and get all of the books selected combined into one email instead of having to enter in your email address multiple times and getting multiple emails in your inbox. Another thing to be aware of when using this list function is that when it says temporary list, it does mean temporary, whether you are logged in to your account or not. As soon as you close your web browser and come back to the library's website, everything on that temporary list will be deleted. If you're logged into your account, you have the option of making a saved list. I logged in during this session while I placed the holds. So on the left side of the screen, there's a list icon with a plus mark. You click that and it will ask for a list name. And you type in that list name and you can make as many lists as you want. For example, you might make a list of holiday movies, you might make a list of romance novels or mystery novels, or whatever sorts of lists you want to have to keep track of your wish list. This is a great way to make yourself a reminder for items that you've maybe seen on shelf and you don't want to check out right now, but you want to come back to them later. Once you've made multiple lists, you can use the Select an Action to move items from one list to another. Perhaps you want to have a to-be-read list and an already read list, and you can move items back and forth from those lists. And remember, once you've made these lists, you can access them again from any catalog terminal in the library or from a smartphone or your home computer, anywhere that you can get on the web and log into your account. And once you've made multiple lists, when you use that Add to List function from the catalog, you can choose which list to add it to begin with from a little drop down. I hope these organizational tools come in handy next time you're on the library catalog. If you have any questions or suggestions for future tutorials, please leave me a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe for future tutorials on the best ways to use library resources. As always, thank you for watching.